11 ans après leur dernier jeu tiré de la célèbre licence de science-fiction, les développeurs de chez Rebellion remettent le couvert avec Alien vs Predator. Dans ce nouveau jeu de tir à la première personne, les joueurs ont une fois encore la possibilité d'incarner des soldats humains, des aliens ou des prédateurs. Histoire d'en savoir plus, nous avons rencontré Ross Alexander de chez SEGA Europe afin qu'il nous en dise davantage sur le jeu.
Aliens vs Predator is a brand new FPS coming out on Xbox 360, PC and PS3. In the game, it's a brand new story to the Aliens and Predator universe, and the game also features 3 single-player campaigns, so players can play as the alien, the marine, and the predator. And also on top of that, we have some awesome multiplayer in there with 7 modes, stuff like a deathmatch, but also lots of exciting new modes, which people won't have seen before, and add something really, really new to the multiplayer experience. Each of them has obviously their own weapons. They also have their own abilities. They also have their own means of traversing the environment. As the Marine, you're very much on the ground, fighting off aliens and predators. As the alien, you can cling to the walls, cling to the roof, so you can be climbing above your prey, dropping down on them from above. And as the predator, you're cloaking yourself and you're hiding in the background, but you can also leap from tree to tree or leap onto rooftops. So each of them has their own way of getting around the environment and their own control methods, which makes for a really, really interesting single player and also a multiplayer experience. Your traditional FPS you'll play as usually a human character, or you might play as an alien character, but at the same time you'll be walking along the ground and you'll have a gun. Whereas what this game has is you have that with the Marines, so you are running around, you have a great kind of arsenal weaponry. Then you've got something like the alien, which is completely different. I mean, it's a close-up lethal monster which attacks with its tail and with its claws. You can cling to the walls and the roof, and that's a very, very different kind of FPS style of gameplay to anything else that's currently out there. Then on top of that, you've got the Predator, who not only can attack from long range, he also attacks up close, but he also cloaks himself. A lot of the guys at the studio call him Sam Fisher on steroids. But it's very, very different because you've got 3 different modes in there. So when you're playing multiplayer, for example, in a Call of Duty, you're soldiers versus soldiers. In this, when you're playing multiplayer, you're soldiers versus, you know, a beast that can hide in the dark, climb above you and, you know, tear you apart. And then another beast from another planet that can cloak itself, use lasers to attack you and then attack you with its claws. So it makes for a very kind of different multiplayer experience to what's out there just now. You've got deathmatch, which is traditional deathmatch, where you go as you basically choose a race, so alien, predator, marine. You go out and you try and kill each other, and it's like every man for himself. Then you've got a team deathmatch, where you can have a team of marines, aliens, and a team of predators, all separately playing for themselves, so the marines against the aliens and against the predators. Then you have a mixed species deathmatch, so you can have 2 teams, and the team can be mixed up with any species you want. So you can have aliens, predators, and marines fighting alongside each other against another team of aliens, predators, and marines. We have domination mode, which is a bit like a capture the flag mode, where there's a series of nodes within the level that you have to try and capture and hold, and it's marines versus aliens, and so the team that holds the most nodes for the longest time will win that. We also have survivor mode, which is a 4-player co-op mode. And in that mode you play as 4 Marines, and you have to basically fend off an endless horde of aliens. So it's very much like almost like a last man standing, where you're trying to survive for as long as you can. Similar to, say, Gears of War Horde mode. We have infestation mode, and that's when you start off all as Marines. One of you becomes an alien at the very start. That alien then has to kill all of the Marines. As a Marine dies, that Marine will respawn on the alien team. So eventually you've got to a stage where it's 1 Marine standing, so your goal is to be the last man standing. Then we have a mode called Predator Hunt, and in that mode everybody starts as Marines, 1 player starts as the Predator. The Predator has to kill a Marine within a set period of time. If he fails to do so, he then spawns as a Marine, and somebody else randomly chosen becomes the Predator. At the same time, the Marines who he's hunting, if one of them kills him, that Marine then becomes the Predator, and the guy who was a Predator goes back to being a Marine. So the idea is, there's 1 Predator in the whole map, you're trying to become that Predator, and you're trying to be the Predator for as long as you can and kill as many people as you can. All 3 versions will be exactly the same. They're all developed at the same time as well, so there was no lead platform. So all the games will be of a very high quality. Where there will be a difference is obviously the PC is more powerful, and you can do more than you can on the PS3 and the Xbox. So on the PC the game will look particularly special, but all 3 versions will be the same. There will be news coming in the future with further Aliens games from Sega, but currently our focus is on this game, making sure this game comes out as the best Aliens game that we can possibly release.
Les joueurs désireux d'essayer Alien vs Predator peuvent dès à présent télécharger la démo. La version complète sera quant à elle disponible à partir du 19 février prochain.